It really is me, Margaret, from Texas Gal Treasures. And I'm here to bring you a video about the difference between what is a follower and what is a favorite on Etsy. I'm going to do a whole series about promoting through Etsy and the different teams, but I figured this was part of the basics. So if you're playing the games that the teams have that I'm talking about later, if you don't know what favoriting someone does or following someone does or what it means when they do that to you, it's just kind of pointless. So I thought, let me tackle these two things first, and then I'll start talking about the different teams and the different games they play and the benefits and drawbacks and how you can choose what to do. So I'm going to jump into real quick showing you some things on Etsy about following and favoriting. I'm going to scooch over. So here's my shop, Texas Gal Treasures. And as you can see, I can't follow my own shop, so I'm going to have to show you another person's shop. But down here you can see, I'm going to scroll over here on the left-hand side, you can see how many admirers I have. I have 848 admirers. And what that means is that for other people up here, there'll be a little heart and says favorite. And they can click that. And so I have 848 people that have favorited my shop. Now, if you'll come and click on my name, well, you can't, but I will. You can see how many people are following me. So over here, you'll see I have 398 followers. And I'm going to go into exactly what both of those things mean in just a second. So let me show you over here is my friend's shop, Tanya. And so here it shows a little heart and favorite. I click favorite. Well, now I unfavorite it. So I'm favoriting it. So I'll favorite her shop. And you can come down here and see she's got 71. She's got 71 people that have favorited her shop. And then if you come click on Tanya, it will show you she has 187 followers. So let me get into what that means for you.
This is what happens when people follow you on Etsy. This is you. When you get started, you may form something called treasuries, and you may also have things that you favorite. The longer that you are on Etsy, you'll start gathering a following, or if you play some of the games that we talk about in the teams, then you'll start getting more followers that way. And what followers see are your treasuries and your favorites. So this is not actually things in your shop, just things that you click hearts for, or if you favorite a shop or if you favorite items, then all of your followers will see those things. If you create a treasury or if you like treasuries, your followers will also see those things. Not only do the people that follow you see what you favorite and what treasuries you create and what treasuries you favorite, but also that will show up into the feeds of the people who follow them. So it sort of trickles through their feed, and all of the people who follow them, it goes into their feeds. So you've got more eyes on the things that you favorite and the treasuries that you create in that respect. So let's say I create a team with my friends, maybe Tanya, Teresa, Sean, or some of my other YouTube friends, and we decide to get together and make a team to help promote each other. Let's say I go through and I favorite some of Teresa's items. Well, not only will they show up in my feed, but everybody who follows me, Teresa's items will then scroll through their feed as well. So there will be that many more eyes on her items. So that's what part of the teams do. They play the games sort of like a karma. I favorite you, you favorite me. That way everything that all the people follow me will see the items that I have favorited of yours and vice versa. So it just gets more eyes onto your items to help promote your sales. I'm going to try to give you a good idea of what happens when people favorite your shop or the items in your shop. People have a choice of favoriting your shop, or they might just favorite an item or items from your shop. Let's say an anchor or a butterfly or a button or sugar skull. They could choose to favorite your entire shop and see everything, or they can choose one item from your shop and favorite those things. So now that we have all the items in our shop and people can favorite the shop or the items, we've got to figure out what happens when they actually do this, when they favorite your shop or items from your shop. So here we've got Joe, and he's come and he's favorited your entire shop. Now, every time you list a new item, he is going to get that in his feed. He'll see that you have listed a new item. And here's where followers come into it. Joe has got some followers. So everything that Joe favorites also shows up in their feed because they're following him and they want to see what kinds of things Joe likes. So he may have one follower and that's great. But let's say he's got 800 followers. Well, the perk about that then is that not only does Joe get to see the things that he's favorited, but all of his 800 followers will also have something of yours, whether your shop or items from your shop, show up in their news feed because they want to know what Joe likes, and they like what Joe likes, and he likes your stuff, and they want to see your stuff too. Now, as you can see, there's a little butterfly that popped up there. Let's say that Joe only favorites one of your items, the butterfly. Well, that is going to show up in all of his followers' news feeds. That butterfly pin, brooch, whatever, will show up for all of them as well. So you haven't just got one person's eyes on it, you have all of his followers' eyes on it.
So here is my Etsy. If I click home, this is my home page. So this is what pops up for me. These are it says recently favorited items and then new items from your favorite shop. So shops that I've clicked favorite on, this is the feed that it shows up there for those. Our picks for you. And then more like, oh, here's my friend Tanya, and her something showed up in my feed. And so if I'm just shopping through, I can see, and then it'll show down here like, oh, this was favorited by Michelle. She must be somebody I'm following. And it's showing up in my feed. So this is what I'm talking about when I say, oh, these are from my favorite shops, shops I have favorited. These are from other people that I'm following, things that they have favorited, showing up. Cool. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that was really clear as it could be, for what it means to follow, what it means to favorite shops, and if it's not, we'll work something out. No. No, leave me a comment or ask me a question down below if there were some things that I was fuzzy on, or if you're not quite sure. And I'm going to continue the series. I'm going to do showing you what teams are and what the different games are in the teams that you could participate in. Also, I'm going to show videos about creating treasuries and what it means to create a treasury and what it means to be in a treasury. Yeah, and if there's any other things that you have questions about, let me know, and if I can't answer it or if I think that it's something that would benefit lots of people, then I'll make another video for that, because guess what? This is how I have fun. Arr. Keep watching or else. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and do follow me on Facebook at Texas Gal Treasures. And I'll talk to you later. Go out and enjoy yourselves. Bye.
I am Oddhild, and we will conquer Etsy together. Boys? Boys, I need that battle axe. What'd I tell you? You bring Mama that battle axe now. Boys? You bring your mama that battle axe. There's a good boy. Oh, I have lost my goat on the fjord. Won't you please help me? I think I need help, but I don't think it's finding my goats on the fjord.